The delegation of the Yiaga Africa Election Observation Group to Liberia have highlighted new electoral reforms for future elections in Nigeria. They revealed their plans for Nigeria to achieve future credible elections at a press briefing in Abuja today. FCT correspondent Ogundana Eniola has details.
Speaking on behalf of the Yiaga Africa delegation to Liberia, Mr. Samson Itondo, who is the executive director of Yiaga Africa, said the group observed a clear view of commitment to democracy and nation building from the Liberian political actors, which should be emulated by our political class. He recommended that INEC should review the format of our ballot papers and include the names and pictures of our political contestants on it so as to reduce invalidated votes. He further encouraged the National Assembly to amend the electoral framework so as to allow all electoral workers to cast their votes as they hold significant population.
And so based on these lessons, we have articulated some recommendations for Nigeria. And the first one is that our political stakeholders really need to demonstrate a firm commitment to democracy and nation building by upholding, national values such as patriotism, integrity, and public interest in electoral politics. We're also recommending that INEC should review the format of ballot papers used in Nigeria to include photographs and names of candidates to improve the quality of electoral preferences and reduce, incidence of invalidated votes. We also recommend that both INEC and state independent electoral commissions need to commit to transparency, greater transparency in the management of elections. And this can be exemplified to proactive disclosure of election information, as well as consistent application of rules. For National Assembly, we are recommending that the National Assembly should amend the electoral legal framework, and then INEC also reviewing its guidelines to introduce early voting, to allow eligible voters who are in essential duties, such as journalists, such as security personnel, INEC staff, election observers to vote at elections.
Prince Bayo Balogun, who is a member of the Yiaga Africa delegation, said Nigerians should have trust in INEC to conduct future credible elections. He noted that elections are getting better in the country, but INEC should still do their best in managing elections.
If you believe that, INEC will not perform, will not deliver, say, yes, we will look for some areas where they are actually not doing well. But if we look at the whole process in all, if we look at what happened in the 2023 general election, yes, I can tell you that's the best election so far in Nigeria when you talk about all the major indices, transparency, capacity, and preparedness. Yeah, we that actually practitioners of this game actually know that things are actually getting better. And yes, INEC will still continue to do its best to ensure that by the time our register gets to over 100 million, Nigerians will still be doing better in the electoral process. So,
Yiaga Africa is an association committed to improving the electoral process within countries in Africa. From the nation's capital, Ogundana Eniola, ADBN News.